welcome everyone to our team Beachbody Opportunity Coach Opportunity webinar focused on our team, Team Engage. And it's going to be presented by Lisa Torre and myself, and we're going to tell you more about ourselves as we get started here. So let's get to it. And at the end, we'll open it up for questions. So you guys can save your questions until the end, and then you can unmute yourselves and then talk. We'll have a slide for questions. So about me, my name's Greg Armfield. I'm an 8-star diamond, 2-time elite coach. What that means is, you know, I'm one of the top coaches in Beachbody. I've been a coach for 4 years, and I've helped 8 other people become a diamond coach, which is a significant milestone in this business. I'm a husband and a father. I have 2 daughters, 2 teenage daughters that you can see in the picture there. And I'm a full-time Beachbody coach now. I was able to leave my corporate IT job last December just by working this business a couple hours a day for over the course of 4 years. I'm now making more money with Beachbody than I was at my 6-figure income computer job. So that just tells you what's possible in this business if you want it to be. So, you know, I retired from my IT job after 22 years, so no more commuting, you know, basically fired my boss. You know, I manage my own time now. I do what I want to do, and it's awesome. So, and I've been a coach since 2011. And just a little about my backstory is when I started 4 years ago, I started with P90X. And that was because when I hit 40, I went to the doctor for a checkup. And, you know, he told me that my blood pressure was high. He told me that I was overweight and that my blood sugar was high. So, he put me on blood pressure medication, and he told me that I needed to get in shape and lose weight. So I did. And I saw a buddy of mine doing P90X, and I decided that if he could do it, I could do it. So I started P90X, and after a round or 2 of P90X and then Insanity, I ended up losing about 40 pounds. And I went back to the doctor, and the doctor took me off of all medication. And, you know, keep in mind that I was also drinking Shakeology, so obviously I was eating healthy, and, I totally changed my diet as well. But I dropped 40 pounds. I had lost, tons of inches. He said, Greg, whatever you're doing, it's amazing. Keep it up. So that's when I decided that I needed to become a coach, because I needed the accountability. And we're going to talk, more about, the advantages of coaching. Like, I didn't even know all the advantages in the beginning. I just knew that I wanted to save money on my Shakeology, and I wanted the accountability to keep it going so that I didn't gain my weight back. So that's kind of why I became a coach. So I'll turn it over to Lisa.
Hi guys, my name is Lisa Torre, and I am a diamond coach here on Team Engage. I am a stay-at-home mom of 3. As you can see in the picture there, I have a 10-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 13-month-old. So I'm a little busy during the days. I taught yoga for the last 12 years until I had my last child. And at that point, I had been a coach. I started coaching in September of 2012. And when I first started coaching, I did it only for the discount. But as I progressed on, and especially in the last year, and things had started picking up, I decided after my last child that I didn't want to go back to work. I was making enough money as a coach where I was covering what I was making as a yoga instructor. So I, like Greg, quit my job and started working from home, not only as a stay-at-home mom, but also as a Beachbody coach full-time. I take pride in the fact that I model my healthy lifestyle for my kids, because kids at this age pay attention to everything. Those of you who have kids know So I pride myself on that. And Greg added a nice little tip in there that I have a very rational fear of spiders. So my backstory as to how I came into Beachbody, back in 2011, my father had been diagnosed with ALS. If you're not sure what that is, Lou Gehrig's disease is the other name for it, back in 2009. And I was extremely close with my father, so that diagnosis had hit me very hard. My sister-in-law's brother was dying from the same disease, so we were watching it play out with him, and then knowing that my father was going to be having that, it took a hard hit on me, and I took that depression out basically in eating and living kind of a not so healthy lifestyle, in the sense that whatever I saw, I put in my mouth. I gained a lot of weight and I was extremely unhappy. And I had just had my second child at the time, and I asked my husband to buy me P90X for Christmas, which he did. And then it sat in a box. I would walk past the box and I would look at the box, but I never touched the box until July 1st of 2012. And I pressed play for the first time. I missed one day, and that was the day after plyometrics because I couldn't walk. And that was the only time I missed a day in that entire program. About halfway through, I'd started using Shakeology, and I'm very cheap. So my coach had told me about the coach discount, and I signed up only to be a discount coach. I had no intention of ever working the business. But once I started getting results towards the end of my program, my friends started asking me what I was doing, and they obviously wanted to have the same kind of results. So it just kind of moved organically, that I went from being a discount coach to an active coach, and it's blossomed from there. I've gone through periods where I've gone up and then down, and I think a lot of coaches have that same experience. Although I lost my father in October of 2013, so I took a break from coaching. Right as I started to come back, I lost my mother last July. So again, I took a break then, and so since about December of last year, I picked it back up, and I decided now's the time to focus on my business. And so I've been back since then. And like I said before, I made that decision not to go back to work. And now this is what I do full time in addition to raising my kids. So that's the backstory on me.
Thank you, Lisa. Okay, so, why is it that we do what we do? Well, because like Lisa said, most of America is overweight or obese, right? And we want to help people. I mean, every coach out there, we all become coaches for different reasons, but we all have a common goal that we want to help people, right? So even if you're a discount coach, you're helping yourself, you're helping your family, and you can refer people. So, if people, if they're, basically dying from being overweight, and they ask you, what are you doing? And you're a coach, you can refer them to Beachbody, and so it's very important, I always tell people this is such an amazing company and such an amazing opportunity. It's like, yes, we are, as coaches, we're selling programs and we're offering solutions to people, but we're offering solutions that could save people's lives. It's not like we're Amway and we're selling soap, so it's such an important job that we have. So 3 types of coaches. One is the discount coach. And, let me first specify that, from Beachbody's perspective, there is no difference between coaches, right? A coach is a coach is a coach. So it's just, I'm, distinguishing 3 types of coaches, but from Beachbody, there's no difference. Okay. So when coaches come onto my team, we kind of identify them, and I ask the coach to identify themselves as what type of coach do they want to be. And, like Lisa, when I started in 2011, I told my coach that I only wanted to be in it for the discount. I did not want to sell anything. I did not feel comfortable coaching anyone. And he was like, oh, that's fine, Greg, no problem. And because I had done my research on Shakeology, and, I had tried, a half a dozen shakes that were on the market, and there are many. But when you compare all the ingredients, and I'm the type of person that looks at all the ingredients, and looks at the, the vitamins and the minerals and the cost and the taste. And once I tasted it, I was like blown away, and I'm like, okay, damn it, I've got to become a coach, because I have to save money on the Shakeology, which I desperately need. So, I originally signed up to become a coach, and after I got into coaching a little bit, and I got exposure to the Coach Online office that Beachbody gives you, and all the tools and all the reporting and everything that you need to run your business, plus a ton of training that they provide. I decided that I wanted to, be kind of like Lisa said, I wanted to move from a discount coach into like a referring friends and family, and, running a challenge group. And eventually I became a business builder. So you're not stuck in one type. So, most coaches, I would say 90% of coaches, they start out as a discount coach. The second type is those that refer friends and family. So those are the type of coaches that want to earn a little bit of money. For example, you can refer 3 people to Beachbody to get a challenge pack, right? And start drinking Shakeology, and your Shakeology would get paid for. So, that's all it takes, is that you have 3 people drinking Shakeology, yours is essentially paid for, because you're going to earn a 25% commission off of every single person that you refer to Beachbody. And if, from that point on, they become your customer, and if they order anything like Shakeology every month, you're going to earn a $30 commission off of that. So, if you want to have a small little business, you can do that. The third type is what I call a business builder. And those are coaches like me and like Lisa who, want to help a lot of people. And in turn, we, end up making a lot of money at this business. And it's just natural, because we want to grow our team, right? We want to get more coaches so that we can help more people. We want to get more customers, or more clients, as I like to call them, that are losing weight and hitting their goals, just so that we can help as many people as possible. Because, I can only help so many people, but now I have a team of 1,500 coaches. So think how many people we can help collectively. So it's a very cool business. And like I said, you may think, oh, I want to go in as just a refer friends and family, but you can always upgrade later. So keep that in mind. Lisa, you want to take this one?
Sure. So what makes Beachbody unique from everything else that's out there? I'm sure on your news feeds, you've seen all of it. You've seen Advocare and Herbalife. You've seen probably the It Works people, the Wrap people. There's tons of different companies out here that do similar things to what we do, but what makes us unique? And we like to think of ourselves as a complete solution, right? We're the complete package. We don't just offer one thing like most companies do. We hit multiple things that are going to help people achieve their fitness goals. So first off is going to be the fitness component, where we offer programs. Right? So all of you have probably done at least one program from Beachbody. Whether it be, one child is coming in here, whether it be P90X or Insanity, TurboFire, whatever it is, right? We offer the fitness components and workout programs. You add in then nutrition with Shakeology. A lot of companies either do one or the other. And then I think the most important thing that we offer is peer support. So when you ask people what their biggest problem is when it comes to succeeding in their weight loss journey, a lot of them lack accountability. They lack support. Sometimes you don't have support at home, and that's where we coaches come in, right? We are basically free cheerleaders to help root people on and make sure that from their day 0 to their day 60 or day 90, they make it through that program with as much support behind them as possible so that they reach their goals. And then in turn, we offer rewards. So not only just for us coaches, which we do get rewards, we'll talk about a little bit later in the call, but the customers or the clients also get rewards. So, I'm not sure if you're aware, when you finish a program, if you take before and after pictures and you submit those along with, answering a few questions, your name is put in a pool where you can win, anywhere from 5,000. I don't even know what the jackpot is anymore. Isn't it Greg, what is it? I don't even know what it is. It's an insane amount of money, right? Where they,
right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, for people's success stories, we reward them for that, right? And anyone can win the $500. They do these draws weekly and monthly. We reward people for putting their health and fitness as a priority. So for a company that started just through infomercials, right, we've grown into this huge thing where we offer so much more. We throw in that nutrition component. And then again, the most important part is the coach and rewarding those people for deciding to actually put themselves first for once.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so what is a coach? Now there's a lot of misperceptions out there on what we are, right? So what we are not is fitness or nutrition experts, right? By no means are we experts. Now there are going to be some coaches who are personal trainers. There are going to be some coaches who are nutritionists, and that's great, right? They can speak more freely when it comes to those things. Because I was trained and certified in yoga, I can speak on P90X yoga or, PIO. I can speak to that, but I'm definitely not a nutritionist, and I'm not a personal trainer by any means. So that's what we are not. We are not experts. We have not finished our fitness journey, right? None of us, I shouldn't say none of us, because some of the coaches have rocking bodies, but not all of us are finished. A lot of us are still on our journey. In fact, coaches who are still on their journey and their customers are watching them progress, actually, I think do better than those who have these fantastic physiques and have really, toned in or turned on their nutrition. Because you come off like an average Joe, you come off like everybody else. It's easier to relate to people who are still on their fitness journey themselves. And we are not experienced salesperson, right? We are not car salesmen. Most of us come into this, and probably each one of us who've gotten into it have said, I don't know about this because I don't know that I can't really sell anything. Right? We're not experienced salespeople. What we do is we share, right? So what we are people who share how we can help change other people's lives by how it's changed our lives. So we share our own journey in order to help show other people that this is possible, right? It could be a reality for you because it's done something for me. We are committed to being proof that the products work. So you will constantly see us posting after workout selfies or selfies with our Shakeology. We're always talking about our own fitness journey. And we are dedicated to improving and developing ourselves. So one of our three vital behaviors is personal development. Right? We do a lot of work, whether it be reading or through trainings, watching videos, in order to make us feel more confident in ourselves, which not only helps us personally, but also with our business. So that's what coaches are and what we are not, right? There's a lot of misperceptions on what you have to be in order to be a coach. That's all I got, Greg, on that one.
Okay, so this is a question that we get all the time, and is, people ask us, is this a pyramid scheme? And the answer simply is, definitely not, because a pyramid scheme is illegal, for one thing. And also, by definition, a pyramid scheme is where you're just trying to get people in order to make money, right? It's not like they're selling a product. They're not, trying to help people. I mean, the goal of a pyramid scheme is, I just want to recruit people, to sign up, and they're going to pay some, $5,000 to join this, scheme. And, the more people that sign up, the more money you make. And that's not what this is at all. So I have this kind of funny picture here, which kind of shows, the ultimate pyramid scheme is your average corporation where, you got your owners at the top, which make all the money, and then you got your general employees at the bottom, and it says no thanks. So that was just a little humor. But, honestly, what this is it's a multi-level marketing. So, you could be a coach just for the discount. Like I said, you can be a coach where you just want to refer people, right? And anybody you refer, you make a 25% commission. Or you can become a business builder where you can actually sign up coaches underneath you. And that's where the multi-level marketing part comes in if you're a business builder. And then those coaches can sign up coaches. And the way that you make more money is you earn bonuses off of your team. So anybody that's below you, you can have the ability to earn bonuses. So that's where the multi-level marketing comes in, but it's definitely not a pyramid scheme. So Lisa, you want to take that one?
So the benefits of being a coach, obviously, first and foremost, is you're going to save money, right? We get a coach discount, which is why some people just sign up for that discount. You'll get a 25% discount on anything we sell through Beachbody. So that goes for your Shakeology, and it also goes to any of the programs or any other supplements that we sell. Anything that we have, you get a 25% discount on. So that's not chump change, right? Especially if you're using Shakeology month after month, that savings adds up. That alone for me is enough to have me sign up. You get to set your own hours, right? Like you choose when you're going to work. It could be you wake up a little early and, log on and do some work. It could be that when you get home from work, you do an hour or two here or there. You could log on during your lunch break. It's totally up to you. There are no set hours here. This business is all about what you make of it, what you choose to do with it. Pretty soon you can start to transition from being a part-time Beachbody coach to all of a sudden being a full-time coach. And then you don't have to go to work, and you don't have restriction on the hours that you decide to work. You could be out riding your bike. Certain individuals, coaches who are out riding their bike all day long, right? And then they come home and they work, and that's the life, right? You choose how you work this business. It could be online through social media, which is how a lot of us choose to run. Or it could be in person when you're meeting people. You could go out for like business lunches. It's totally up to you, right? This business is yours, and each of us run ours very independently of how everybody else does. This business is extremely flexible, and it can work for anybody, right? We've got some coaches who are doctors who work insane hours, and they still make it work. They come home and they still make it work. All it's about is sharing your passion with other people, and that's what attracts people to you, right? It's not so much about you having to go out and like make cold calls. Like a lot of times people think that that's what we do as network marketing coaches, that we make these cold calls all the time, and that's not what we do, right? You share your passion for these products, and people come to you, right? That's how a lot of us gain our customer base. So, if there's one thing that I would stress is anybody can do this, right? This is not rocket science. Anybody can do it. Anyone can be successful at this job. You want to take the next slide?
Sure.
Or move it over to the next slide. So the rewards, obviously the biggest reward that we have is the commissions that you make, right? So each of us makes 25% on any sales that we do. And that's on anything, right? So 25% you make off every sale. We have bonuses for team growth. And the more, as Greg was saying, when you're team building, the more you build your team, the more money you're going to make from that. You're going to get these bonuses for that team building. We have trips that you could earn where they could be paid off partially or completely, right? And Beachbody sends us on these fully paid vacations to crazy places. So Greg got to go to Atlantis in the Bahamas. The year that I signed up, they went to Walt Disney World. The year after that, you guys went on SS Beachbody, right? They rented a whole cruise ship and stuck a bunch of coaches on it, sent it out to sea. this year we went to Cancun, and next year again we're going on the SS Beachbody because it was so popular the first time. Right? We get paid to go on these trips. How crazy is that, right? They put a bunch of fitness people on a boat, send it out to sea. We get recognition. So as you can see in the slide here, we earn different things for, advancing in rank for this team building, right? You get little certificates, and sometimes we get bracelets. As you go up, you start earning like some swag, or you earn some shirts or some jackets. And then, for me, I find that the fact that I'm learning and doing a ton of personal development to help myself grow as not just a coach, but as an individual, I find that to be as much of a reward as the commission.
Okay, so how do you earn money? We kind of touched on this, right? So through commissions, right? So anybody that you refer to Beachbody, you're going to earn a 25% commission. And that person then becomes your customer, and they don't have to go through you every time they want to buy something. They go straight to Team Beachbody. They can buy anything that they want in the shop, and you automatically get the commission, every single week for anything that your customers buy. The team bonuses that we've already talked about. And then there's the matching bonuses and the quarterly bonuses, once you rank advance, so one thing that we haven't really touched on is you start as a coach. And then, if you want to become a team builder, a business builder, and you recruit 2 coaches under you, then you become an Emerald coach. So that's when you really have your own team. That's when you start earning team bonuses. And then, the more coaches you get to get a diamond, you have to have 2 Emerald coaches under you and 6 other coaches. And that's when you start earning like matching bonuses. And, as you continue to go up, then you get quarterly bonuses from the company. So there's lots of different ways to earn money. And, I can tell you now that, I'm making a very good income with Beachbody, that, 1% of it is actually coming from commissions. It's like 1% of what I'm earning is coming from my direct sales. All the rest of it is coming from these bonuses. So these bonuses can be very lucrative. So, what do we do as coaches? I always tell people, we're basically doing what you see us doing, and probably what you're already doing yourself. So, if you're in a challenge group with us, whether it's a free group or whether it's a Beachbody challenge group, like our premier group or whatever, you're already doing workouts, right? You're already, hopefully, drinking Shakeology, and you're already posting with the challenge group every day. Well, that's all we do as coaches, or that's a big part of what we do as coaches, right? So we love to work out. We love Beachbody products. We love to encourage others, which you guys are probably doing. You're getting into your challenge group and you're commenting on other people's posts. The only thing that you're not doing that we do is we're inviting other people. We're talking to our friends. We're talking to our family. We're inviting other people to come join us and come join our groups. It's the only other thing that, we do, 90% of us do as coaches. And then, as you start developing your teams, then you want to help your coaches grow. So, that's the only other thing that's not on here, but, I spend a lot of time helping my coaches, become successful. And we're going to talk more about, what we offer as a team and what we do for our coaches.
So one of the biggest concerns that people have is the whole idea of selling stuff, right? And I like to tell people that I'm speaking to who want to become coaches, don't think of it as selling, right? Because that's not what we do. We are sharing with people. You're not required to buy anything and keep stock in your house. I know some other companies do that where you have to like buy the shakes. Like I don't have a secret stash of Shakeology here that I send you, right? When someone makes an order from you, it comes from a warehouse, not your house. So you are not required to buy stuff to sell stuff, right? All I do as a coach is I talk about what I am doing. I post pictures of my workouts. I post pictures or I talk about myself drinking Shakeology, and people are intrigued by that. They see my results and they want a piece of that. So it's not selling, right? You're not making cold calls and being like, hey, I've got this product. You want to buy it? Hey, I've got this sale, right? Now, sometimes when people first sign up, they do that. And we try to teach otherwise, right? Now we're doing all these trainings to help make sure that we set you on the right path. But that's not what we do. We're not about just, trying to find every person that walks to our door or walks in front of us and be like, hey, you want to buy this? We're simply sharing our passion for these products and what they've done for us personally. So think of it more as sharing as opposed to selling.
Yep. Okay, so what to expect from our team. So when you come on as a new coach, your current coach would be your sponsor, okay? So they're your mentor. And, trust me, they want you to succeed, because if you succeed, then they are more successful, right? Because they're going to earn bonuses off of you, right? And your team, and, and even me. So like everybody above you wants you to succeed. So that's why a team is so important in this business. We are a team, and you will find out that we function as a team and we do everything together as a team. And you can reach up, not only to your coach, but to your diamond coach or your star diamond coach, or up to me, and or even crossline, your fellow coaches on your team. Everybody is so supportive and helpful on our team and in this business in general, because it's just, we have a passion for people, and we all want everyone to be successful. So what do we do as a team? We offer new coach training for all of our coaches. We have a 21-day Kickstart training, Facebook training group that we offer to our coaches, where, basically it's like a challenge group for coaches, where we're going to give you training every single day on, how do you do this stuff with social media, with Facebook. It's like most of you probably, have never considered, like, what is a like page? How do I create a like page? How do I do a Facebook ad? All these different things. Not that you have to do any of these things, but we're going to teach them to you, and different types of social media, things like that. We do team calls. So every other week, we do a team call, and I invite top coaches, like top 10 coaches in this business, to come speak on our team calls. So twice a month, you'll hear from top coaches in this business. We have team building events. So you can see the picture there. We were at Cancun, and we were doing, I think that was a Shaun T workout, or so basically, when you go on these trips, these trips, like all the celebrities are there, and you get to, work out with Tony Horton and Shaun T, and it gives us a time to get together as coaches, and we get to meet each other and we become really close friends. And that's the thing that you'll find when you join our team as a coach, that you'll make some really good friends. So there's leadership training, like I said, Facebook training. We do a ton of recognition, where, we recognize you for your achievements as a new coach. So there's, you're never doing it alone. You're never in a vacuum. And this is all in addition to a ton of Beachbody training that they provide in the Coach Online office that I mentioned earlier as well.
So this is another question we're asked very often, is how much time does this require? And that's really up to each coach, right? That's up to you if you sign up, how much time you want to dedicate to it. For myself personally, I always have my smartphone. Greg makes fun of me. I always have my smartphone with me. So at any time, if one of my customers writes to me, I can write back, unless, my kid is going to fall off the swing set, right? Then I'm not working. But I can work at any time. I can do like 2 minutes here. I can do 5 minutes here. I usually do most of my work in the evenings or during nap time, right? As soon as my daughter goes down, my first nap, I'm busting out my workout. The second nap, I strictly work during that time. So I usually get about an hour and a half to 2 hours in there. I try to look at it as a positive that my daughter does not sleep through the night. So in the middle of the night, I can go through while she's eating, I can go through my emails and respond back. They might not make sense, but I can do some work at 3:00 in the morning. But each coach kind of picks and chooses. It's totally up to you how much time you dedicate. Now, obviously, the more effort you put into it, the more successful you're going to be. If you put in 5 minutes a day, probably not going to be doing too well in commission wise. But there are some days where you're going to work more than others. And we also in our trainings like to talk about power hours, where we teach you how to kind of focus in on the things that need to be done. And we show you how to get all that done in 1 hour increments. So you could technically bust through a whole day in just an hour of work. But most of us, especially the successful coaches, will put in more time than that. But again, totally up to you. There is no time constraint.
And one other thing that we should mention is, there is no requirement. It's like, you don't have to put in time. And if you just want to be a discount, well, that requires no time. Okay. So don't think that you even have to put in 5 minutes. So that's, only if you want to earn money at this business. We're going to teach you how to invite people, how to handle objections, how to do, a social media and things like that. And that's what takes time. And that's what Lisa was saying, really you could do it in an hour a day. When I was working, I had a 50-hour a week job that I had to go to, plus I had a 2-hour commute. So I found creative ways, like Lisa said, to do my Beachbody business. Like I would check emails during work. I would, do my workout before I went into work, and I would post on my challenge group, and then I'd post on it when I got home, but yet I still had family and other commitments too. So it's all possible with a family. And Lisa has a 1-year-old?
Yep.
Okay. So, you can even do it with, you have several kids, but you can even do it with a newborn. So, and be successful at it is what I'm saying. So
people also ask, how am I going to find people who are interested? And it's actually quite easy to find people. If you're on social media, which most of you probably are at this point, which is why you're here with us today, that is, the world is your oyster, right? Especially when you are a brand new coach and it has not been tapped into, your little warm market there has not been tapped into. It's like the world is your oyster. People use Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, they use YouTube, and they use Pinterest. You name it, people use it. And every coach kind of has their own little niche. Like some are really good at YouTube. I find that I do better on Facebook. I don't know how to work Twitter to save my life, but other coaches work strictly off Twitter, right? It's totally up to you. Obviously, it's going to be easiest for you to go through your friends and family. Your family especially is going to see firsthand, and your close friends, what's changing about you, right? They're going to see you losing weight or becoming healthy. They're going to see a little glow about you, and they're going to see you become happier, and they're going to ask questions. And that's just really what happens when people are watching you transform. They start asking you questions. You don't have to go out and seek as much as people, especially in the very beginning, are coming to you. So don't let that deter you if you feel like, maybe you don't have a lot of friends on Facebook. Greg, you always tell a story how you only had
37 friends. That was it.
Yeah. And now you have a crazy amount, right?
Thousands, yes.
Yeah. So it's possible to make this work just through social media, or, going out and, sometimes you'll see coaches, we wear what we call wear and share, where when you complete your program and you earn that t-shirt, we'll wear those t-shirts around, and people are going to ask you, oh, did you do Insanity? Why, yes, I did. And all of a sudden, boom, a conversation starts. So you can find people anywhere, absolutely anywhere. Everybody wants to feel better about themselves. Everybody wants to feel good, and they want to feel healthy. So you're not at a loss for potential customers, right? Never at a loss for potential customers.
Okay, so what are your options? Your options are, you could, join our team and become a coach, Or you could stay a customer of Beachbody and pay 25% more than you should be paying. So it's kind of easy decision, right? So how do you sign up to become a coach and join our team? So I tell coaches that the best way to sign up is with a challenge pack. Because when you sign up to be a coach, there is a coach one-time coach fee of $39.95. But if you buy a challenge pack, or you've ever bought a challenge pack in the past, then that coach fee is waived, okay? So it's free to sign up. But even if you bought a challenge pack in the past, keep in mind that this is your last opportunity to get a challenge pack, because we as coaches, we cannot buy challenge packs because they're discounted even more than we get, right? So they're typically, we get a 25% discount, but challenge packs are discounted even more, like up to 50% sometimes. So they don't offer them to coaches, just to customers. But when you sign up to become a coach, they will offer you a challenge pack at that time. And that's the last time you can get to do it. And if you buy a challenge pack, then, that $39.95 is waived. And the other good thing about a challenge pack is basically you get a new workout program and you also get Shakeology. And I tell coaches, you should definitely drink Shakeology if you can. And I know some people have allergies or whatever and they can't drink it, and that's okay. But, you should at least try it, and I recommend people get the packets. So they sell a big bag with 30 servings. But if you haven't tried Shakeology before, they sell individual packets, and you can get a combo box that has like vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. And then, you'll get 24 packets in it. And then you can try different flavors and see which one you like. And the other great thing about packets is, since they're individual servings, you can hand them out to friends and family. You could say, here, this is really good, try this, and, or you could, I even sell them for $5 a packet to my, potential customers. So that's an option as well. Okay, so the other thing is if you don't want to buy a challenge pack, or you can't afford a challenge pack or whatever right now, you could always buy a fitness program or Shakeology. Or, you could just sign up to become a coach, any other way other than a challenge pack, and you're going to pay that $39.95. So, you could just go into Team Beachbody through your coach and sign up to become a coach, and you just pay that $39.95. But, if you bought a challenge pack in the past, then you'll get that $39.95 refunded. So just work with your coach on that. And then the only other charge other than that $39.95 one-time sign-up fee is a $15.95 a month coach fee. And this is everything that you get for that monthly coach fee. I mean, you get, 3 free websites from Beachbody. You get the Coach Online Office. You get tons of training. You get the Success Magazine. You get, tons of customer support and technical support and everything else. So it's an awesome deal. I mean, think about what business could you possibly go out and start today for $15.95 a month? You can't go into Mary Kay, you can't go into Amway, you cannot go into any other business on this planet for cheaper than you can open up a business with Beachbody. And the great thing is, it is a business. I tell my potential coaches this all the time. It's like, when you sign up to become a Beachbody coach, now all that health and fitness stuff that you've been buying is all tax deductible. So, that's an awesome incentive right there to become a coach. So what do you want to do in the next 24 hours? Was this your slide, Lisa?
You can take it if you want.
Thank you. So you want to talk to the person that invited you to this. Talk to your coach, and hopefully they'll be reaching out to you to answer any additional questions that you have, to follow up with you, to see, what you liked about the presentation, what concerns you have, what additional questions you have. And hopefully you guys all see the advantage to joining our team, because we would love to have you on our team. And we're starting a new round of the new coach training soon. So it would be great for you to sign up as soon as possible. And now it's time for questions. I think we have 10 minutes or so. So you can take yourself off of mute and ask a question.
Hey, Greg.
Yes.
I would just mention once again that if you were military, veteran, house of veteran, etc., then the $15.95 fee is waived.
Yes, that's a very good point. I did not mention that, but as Jason said, if you are a veteran or an active military or a spouse of an active military, then the sign-up fee is waived and the monthly $15.95 is waived. So you can basically be a coach absolutely for free if you're a veteran or active military or a spouse of an active military.
Hey guys, this is Jay from Austin. Great presentation, very informative. I appreciate all of it. My question, you mentioned that you can't buy the challenge packs anymore. How do you get involved in the contest?
The Beachbody contest? Well,
right.
Well, as coaches, typically, we're already on Shakeology every month, so we just buy the fitness programs. And every fitness program that you buy, you can submit your results, and that's how you can enter to win the contest.
I see. Okay.
And the really cool thing is our clients, our customers that buy programs, as their coach, if they win, we get a cut. So if your client wins the $100,000, you get $25,000 as a coach.
Wow.
Yeah, and they do daily prizes where they give away $500. I had one guy that I coached lost 100 pounds, and he submitted his results, and he won the monthly prize. So he won $1,000, and I won $500. So it's a pretty cool deal.
That is pretty cool. Another question. When someone buys something and they send it back, do you have chargebacks or something like that associated with the commissions?
Yes, if you did receive a commission for it and they returned it, not in exchange, but they returned it, then what Beachbody will do is they will deduct that from your future earnings. It's not like they're going to take money out of your bank account. It's just like you'll be negative until you make more money.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah.
Another question. Does anybody ever advertise on Craigslist or market on Craigslist?
Yeah. Well, technically you're not allowed to sell on things like eBay or Craigslist. You're not allowed to discount the products. So, you could sell it at full price, but why would somebody go to Craigslist to buy it at full price when they can go to Beachbody or Team Beachbody, right? So
I was just kind of thinking of promoting yourself, like directing people to your like page or something from Craigslist. Just another vehicle.
Yeah, that's true. You could do that. And I know that there are coaches that will advertise on things like Craigslist. They'll be like, hey, looking for a job, self-starter, that type thing. So, you can get creative and do, those type of sites, but you just can't sell products at a discount or set up a store, on those type sites.
Gotcha.
Some coaches will take out ads in like local papers as well. Or they'll put flyers up like at Starbucks or, around town in different, shops that have like little bulletin boards. People get creative and do stuff like that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some site called meetup.com or something like that where you can get together with local people, and I know people have fit clubs. Some coaches run fit clubs is what we call them, where they'll pop in the DVDs and they'll get a haul, and they'll just invite people locally to come work out with them, and they'll advertise on those type sites for that as well.
I see. Thank you.